slate here for the GoPro. Hello, Columbia College Hollywood, graduates, families, admin, operations, and faculty. I appreciate you guys allowing me to, share my story. Graduates, my name is Justin Jackola, and 12 years ago today, I did exactly what you're doing now. I was graduating from Columbia College Hollywood. I remember being in the producing focus study about a year into school and asking a professor, what kind of jobs can you even get as a filmmaker? He said you could work for a production company, you could work for an ad agency, you could freelance. I knew from day one, I wanted to start my own company, do my own thing, but I needed a little bit more real world experience beyond college before, kind of rocking that out. So 7 days after graduation, I started my job as an associate producer at Leo Burnett, which is, it's literally one of the largest advertising agencies in the world. My clients were McDonald's and Coca-Cola. Then I decided to try the freelancing thing. I worked on everything I could get my hands on, from short films to commercials to TV series, typically working as a PA or a camera assistant. I loved freelancing. But then after a year or two of freelancing, I actually got a call from the school, from Columbia, who was, you guys obviously were still looking out for me, about a full-time job producing commercials for a large newspaper. So I worked there for a while, and after about 45 commercials for them, I finally felt like, okay, I've got the experience to start my own production company. So I did exactly that. I launched my own thing, J-Jack Productions, and that was exactly 10 years ago. After running my company, making commercials for the most part for 7 years, I was getting a little creatively bored and decided I want to make a movie. I want to make my first feature film. And so I worked my ass off. I raised $250,000. I hired an amazing cast and crew. I got Celebrity Dog the Bounty Hunter to star in the film. And then I got our movie, Hunter's Creed, in 3,500 Walmarts across the country, and every streaming platform you can imagine. Well, except for Netflix, because they literally weren't going to pay us enough. But after the film's success, I was actually asked what feature film I was going to do next. But the issue was, ever since I graduated from Columbia College Hollywood, I've been working through some pretty intense kind of existential stuff. So just trying to understand what I believe about this life, what this world is, what is the meaning of life, if life has a purpose, what is the purpose of my life. And so a year ago, instead of making another feature film, I decided to sell my house, sell all my belongings, and I moved into an RV to travel the country for a year and figure out the meaning of life, or if it has a meaning. For the last 12 months, I've lived in 30 states, interviewed 40 of the greatest scholars, scientists, psychologists, and gurus, and asked hundreds of strangers around the country what they thought the meaning of life. And I filmed the entire thing, but that's just because for me, life's too short to separate personal and work time. So I just brought my family with me, brought my wife, my dog, my 4-year-old, and yeah, my journey taught me that basically no one really knows anything. Life is full of people who think or pretend they know what they're doing, but everyone is guessing. You're going to be guessing after graduation day today. Don't worry about doing things right. Just work your butt off and be kind to people. If there's anything else I learned while living like a hippie on the road, it was to follow your instincts and go with the flow. I'm a producer, I love structure, but reality will force your path to change. And the weird thing about it is majority of time it ends up working out better when that happens. So many people have told me oh, you're so lucky to be doing what you're doing, making features and traveling the world, and they're just bloody wrong. They're wrong. I had to work like an insane person and sacrifice a ton to do what I do, sacrificing the easy and the normal for what I legit truly wanted. You can, in this life, you can do anything that you want if you're just willing to work like a mad person and take some risks. So am I homeless? The answer to that is yes. But that was after doubling my money on my house to go on an RV trip of a lifetime. Do I live in an RV that someone donated to me? Yep. One of the largest RV companies in the world believed in me and sponsored my Dude Lives project and gave me an $80,000 rig for free. Am I jobless? Yes. But that's because I'm literally finalizing contract negotiations to sell my successful film production company for a big fat check. Life is Life is legit a game, y'all. Like, everyone's writing their own rules, like making it up as they go along. Like, you literally get to write your own rules. Like, the rules can be complicated for sure. Like, at some point, I'm sure you'll write a rule for yourself and realize you don't like it. Like, just erase it, write it again. Like, sometimes other people don't like your rules, you know, and you have to write new ones, or your rule is just fine and you'll play the game so well, you'll prove to those people that their rules are what need to be rewritten. And sometimes this inexplicable, vast existence called reality smashes your rules to bits, tells you to shut up, sit down, and write again. But that's just learning. That's life. Like, learning the rules of this life so you can write your own rules. I mean, all I can say is just go. Like, bloody write your own rules and enjoy the one chance you have to play this game called life. Anyways, thank you guys, and graduates, very much congratulations on your success.